Good morning! Today is a day in December. I actually think it's the 7th, so we're okay. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up today and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna vlog, because I talked about it a little bit in my November wrap-up video for NaNoWriMo, how I came to like the vlogging, and this past week, I've only sat down to write like 2 or 3 times, which I think I deserved a little bit of a break after writing so much in November, like way more than I was used to. But I realized sort of this morning, and even after like the first couple days of NaNoWriMo, that I think one of the only big reasons why I won was because I vlogged every day and I held myself accountable for writing so many words. And it just really helped me overall, just documenting my experience. And I thought it would be a good idea to continue it and see how it goes. So this is going to be like a vlogging, writing series thing. I don't even know if I'm just going to call it a name or just call it vlogging. But I'm going to try to, at least once a week, take you around with me, talk about my writing a little bit, my progress for the week, and make a thing out of it and see what happens. So it's a little cold today, a little gloomy. I was like, oh, I got to get out of the house. So we are going to one of my favorite places to write to start off the day, and then we'll just see where we go from there. So I was only in there for probably a little over an hour and a half. I did not write that much, probably, I guess around 500 words, something like that. I don't know. I'm at a weird part in the books. I'm about 52,000 words into my first draft, a little over halfway, like story-wise. And at this point right now, there's a lot of new characters being introduced. And it's not even like they're people who are completely essential to the story. They're just characters that are influencing my protagonist in some way, and it's kind of hard to explain. Okay, guy, I wasn't coming or anything. I feel like that's the same old man who keeps cutting me off around here. There's this old guy in where I live, and it seems like every time I come up to a certain intersection or something, he's always there to cut me off. I don't know. It looks like his car. Anyways. Yeah, like these characters, they're not super influential to the story. I mean, obviously, since I'm only now like introducing them, I mean, they've been mentioned before but not by name, but now that they're actually directly influencing my protagonist, it's time for them to like come forward. And even though they don't really like impact the story, they are essential for what they do, but they're not so important that, you know, the reader needs to like know their life stories and their history and stuff, because it's pretty self-explanatory throughout like the entire book, like who they are. The thing is, I've never had to introduce so many new characters like this in such kind of like a short little span of time, because they all just kind of pop up at once, or at least she learns all their names mostly at once. Like a few of them have been mentioned previously, but she's never had to like interact with them until now. And because I'm only writing them in for the first time, I feel like every time I mention one of them, I just bring up like their characteristics that she notices about them, you know, from the very first time, which I know, like, I don't need to do. Once they're introduced, they're introduced. But it's kind of like at the point where I don't know if, as a reader, I would be able to keep them all straight. Because even though they all, for the most part, play the same role, they do so in a way that's supposed to be overwhelming for my protagonist. So it's not like I can, you know, keep one and get rid of the other ones, because the point is that there are so many of them, and they're all just headstrong in a certain amount, like a certain way, that it's foreign and kind of scary to my protagonist. It's just a little bit difficult the first time around, I guess. That's pretty much where I'm at right now, what I wrote today. I have done like this much Christmas shopping. So right now we're gonna head over to one of my go-to places. It's a place I go where I don't know what I'm looking for, but I usually end up finding something. Usually I'm shopping for myself, but today I'm gonna be in the mindset of my family. thing about antique stores is they're not like Goodwill or thrift stores. You know, the stuff in here can get pretty pricey, but it's like old and cool stuff. So that's why I like coming here, because you never really know what you're gonna find. I already found a couple things I think I might get for my family for Christmas, but I'm just like so drawn by like light up old signs and like a literal like gas pump. Like, I don't know. I just find it so amusing. And like, I really wanted, because my dad is trying to like make our garage into like, you know, a man cave type thing, and I really been wanting to try and find like a big sign or something light up to give to him for that, but like, these are so expensive. Like, this one is $145, and the actual like gas thing is like $1,100, and these signs aren't so bad. Like, the Pepsi is $40, and this guy is, well, $4.50, but you know, you get the idea. Like, when you come to a place like this, like, you know, you're not looking for cheap things, you're looking for antiques and like quality things, or, you know, a lot of stuff is really high priced, but then, you know, you find some stuff that's like a dime a dozen, like old bottles or postcards, pictures, and stuff like that. So that's why I like coming here. Okay, so right after I got done with that clip talking to you like next to the signs or whatever, this guy comes around the corner and he was just like, and I was just like, so good. This is why I don't do this in public. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I found a couple things that might be okay, but as I was walking around and I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe, maybe not. I'll come back for it. One of the things is something I've been looking at for a little while now, but it's just like, because it's something that I don't think I would buy for myself, but I was like, oh, my dad might like it, but at the same time I was like, would he though? I don't know. At least none of this is last minute. I still have time, and they'll probably still be there when I come back. Right now I think I'm gonna head back to my house, and I do want to get some more writing done today. I'm just like battling internally with this whole bunch of new characters thing, and I know I just need to like get over it, and it'll be a lot more clear like how I should handle it the next time around, you know, with my second draft. So yeah, I'll just check back in with you later. What's up, Buttercup? So a little bit later on in the day, and by a little bit I mean like 6 hours. It's almost 8 o'clock. I just wrote a little bit. I finished up the scene I was working on, the sort of frustrating too many characters scene. It's not horrible, it's far from perfect, but I know the second time around it'll be a little bit easier to sort everything out. But I finished off the day at, I think, a little bit over 1,000 words, and after a week of not really working on my story, I think it's definitely time to dive back in. So that being said, hopefully the next time I do one of these little fun vlogs, I will have more to report in the way of progress for the story. In an ideal world, I would be working on it just as hard as I did during NaNoWriMo, but we'll just see if I can be as diligent as I did last month. So I'm just gonna wrap up this vlog here. Thank you for watching. All of my stuff will be linked down below if you wanted to check me out or check out Thick as Blood or anything like that, and I will see you next time.